founder of Recyclebank, with us today, Ron Gonen. Ron, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us about how you started Recyclebank for those who don't know.
I'd always had a passion for social policy and the environment, and I'd started my career in management consulting where I got a great background in technology and business process, and I'd reached the point in my career where I wanted to merge those two interests, and I was going back to business school at Columbia, and I had a conversation with a friend of mine from high school. We talked about whether or not you could reward people for recycling, when that motivate them to do it, and something just triggered in my mind, and I spent the next 7 to 8 years of my life building a company that does that.
And what does Recyclebank do?
At its core, Recyclebank rewards people for the amount that they recycle. So we developed a technology that records the amount that your home recycles, and then we reward you for the amount that you recycle, with the hope that that's going to motivate you to recycle everything, which saves your city money.
So what is the business model for Recyclebank?
Recyclebank's business model is that it rewards people for the amount that they recycle. And that helps cities save money, because the more that you can divert from the landfill, the more cities save money. And so we get paid by cities to help them reduce their landfill disposal costs. We also have an ad engine. Our core business model since the beginning has been recycling, but in the past few years we've expanded beyond recycling to reward people for energy reduction, water reduction, using public transportation.
How do you actually measure how much someone is recycling?
We have a technology that goes onto the recycling truck that records the amount that your home has recycled. And then you can log on to our website at recyclebank.com, and just like you're looking at your bank statement, you'll see each week you recycled and how many points you earned. And you can use those points to shop at local and national businesses.
Historically, what kind of impact have you guys made on the recycling industry?
The impact has been significant for a few reasons. The first reason is that recycling rates are very low in the United States, and so the opportunity for a major impact is significant. The other reason why we've had a major impact is when people can actually see that you're tracking their behavior, they're more conscientious about what it is that they're doing.
How did you get the company off the ground without initially raising from professional investors?
I had a successful career in management consulting prior to going to business school and creating my company, and so I had some savings. I depleted all of that, and then I was fortunate to get a small seed investment from Columbia University in a recycling company in Philadelphia, so that was helpful. And then the third thing that happened that was really important is there's a great company called Cascade Engineering that manufactures recycling carts and equipment for trucks. And their CEO believes in social entrepreneurship, believes in the merger between corporate ideals and environmental ideals, learned about what I was doing, and via a handshake gave me about $500,000 worth of carts and equipment for a truck.
You're now teaching a class on social entrepreneurship at Columbia Business School. It's an amorphous term to many. How do you define it?
I think there's a number of levels to social entrepreneurship. So at the first level, if you start a business and you employ people, you're providing a social benefit. And then it builds on from there in terms of how are you treating those people? Are they vested in what you are trying to accomplish as an entrepreneur and a business person? Who are you buying from? And at the top level, it involves being a triple bottom line business, which means your profit, your social interaction with the community, and your interaction with the environment are all intertwined, and you can't really pull them apart. It's all one.
So why is social entrepreneurship still sort of a stepchild when people in the media and everywhere else you see it? Why is that?
There's something that happened in American culture over the last 40 or 50 years where people thought that greed was good and you needed to be out for yourself, and companies should only be focused on the specific bottom line.
The point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works.
And I think what people are realizing now is that actually is not good business. And during that same period of time, there's been a lot of companies that operated completely differently. And people looked at them and said, oh, you can't be successful that way. But now people are recognizing that they were successful, and they were successful over long terms.
What are some of the other companies that are social entrepreneurship companies that people ought to know about?
Method Cleaning Products, Seventh Generation, Revolution Foods, Happy Baby. There's a lot of companies out there that are doing well by doing good.
After 6 years of running this company, you transitioned, you're on the board. What was that transition like?
It's an emotional time when you've been a founder and a CEO for 6 or 7 years of a company. The platform was in the right place to hand it off to somebody to enable them to be very successful and come into a situation in which they could continue to scale
What is next for Ron Gonen?
I've invested in a fund called the Collaborative Fund that is focused on collaborative consumption. I've started another venture which is focused on deploying renewable energy technologies to sports stadiums and athletic facilities. And I'm a seed investor in other entrepreneurs that are trying to do what I did 7 or 8 years ago and need some financial assistance.
Ron, thank you so much for coming in. It's been great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.